Hi, John here. Just recording on Saturday the 7th of June 2014. I'll just show you a bit of the morning. It's about 10 minutes past 7 at the moment in the morning. And not bad weather, it's pretty good. Now that flag over there you see, that's the flag I've been talking about. That's our Declaration of Independence flag, 1835 from King William. So he ruled from 1830 to 1837, and he was instrumental in drafting the Act of the Court of Session, Act 1830. Now that flag there is the only flag in the world that has a commercial lien mortgage trading bank jurisdiction to it. So that has free passage through the world, and that's what he gave to the natives, the Hapu natives, Moai people. We call it Moai because we have a link, ancestral bloodline links to Rapa Nui, East Island, from Mokonui, that's on the East Cape of the North Island, New Zealand, where our land blocks are. I'm one of the owners there, at the extreme east end of Te Pito of New Zealand, a shortest distance there to the sun, physical distance. In reference terms, that is our 6 o'clock in the morning and midday on East Island, and Ghana, Accra in Ghana, or Kingdom of Ghana, is 6 p.m. So those 3 points line up with the universe and the sun in reference to Ra, sun god, on our documents that you see. That marks our titles to the way the world is south up, and that's why it's warmer here than the north at the bottom, where it's colder and closer to the south, the North Pole. North Pole is physically upside down at the bottom of the world as it's spinning clockwise from the top where we are south. So that's the right orientation for this flag, sovereign state of the universe, of how God put this earth together. So we are spiritually marked, survey marks on the planet. That I wanted to tell you that that's what we are doing to make our indication to the Vatican quite clear, that we have got our jurisdiction, our documents, well and truly embedded in the world scene of sovereignty, and the way we conduct our business with the church and state in a bit of a quandary mess now. So we're coming into London to correct this anomaly or the wrong way they are conducting their business as far as Admiralty of this flag is concerned. So thank you to Matt Taylor this morning. I spent a bit of time since about 4:30 online, just to draw a picture of how we perceive things in the East. So the West is changing to the East philosophy of our way of thinking, and putting our own history together rather than it being written out by the Crown for their ruling from the Vatican, the Church, how they went out into the world and conquered the world. These days conquering doesn't count, so I'm just saying in all honesty that we are ourselves talking now to the world from King William IV position of our commercial lien mortgage trading partners with Britain, British government, not the Queen. The Queen's bench on one side, the King's bench on the other side. So we are exercising our legal right to foreclose on the Crown corporations that you see now on this site, set up for the High Court of Admiralty court in London with Judge Mackey, David Lindsay Mackey. You'll see the video there. I put in front on a site with Matt Taylor. He's ex-criminal detective that I'll meet when I go there, thanks to Michael Taylor here in New Zealand. So we've very much got a connection on the monarchy side of the royalty of our Tahitian hapu, not iwi, hapu, Titi Marae, Kingi Taurua and Papaheihei. And you'll see I've put on this site, when you go and have a look at 330 pages or so, there'll be more added, that we have the indigenous island people here, Samoans, Tongans, Raratongans. You see them sign the documents, and John Key's in Samoa at the moment with Shane Jones. That's the other side, that's the Queen's Bench, the fraud part of the how they're running their corporate business, assuming title. We're going to seize those titles from them, Matt. When I come there, we will do your cases. It's no different from here. The same Queen, the same Crown Corporation of the City of London and the Vatican City. They're using symbols and they're using every legal means of their authenticating their legal documents of titles. We're going to seize those titles with the Admiralty law of kings. King William III put the maritime law together and used the Bank of England through William Patterson. He drafted the plan, and King William III drafted it through Acts of Parliament, so the Bank of England Act and the commercial liens. So then it only stayed in Europe and Britain, and we have taken, and King William, that was in 1649 and 79, 1679, something like that. Anyway, that was that era of time when the maritime was running with the navy through the west, up that end, the north, down that end at the bottom of the world, spinning anti-clockwise, the wrong way around. It's clockwise from the south, down that way, right? That way, south, up, we up the top, going around that way, okay, from the north down and go that way. Anyway, they're running their governments rife right through with the bank, Rothschild banks, using instruments of Admiralty transferred to maritime. It is our duty and responsibility to the King's Bench to correct all the fraud and corrupted titles, because they're only inferior jurisdiction to the Admiralty jurisdiction from the Courts of Session Act 1830. That was King William IV put that together, 1830. So only that period of time that is legal in any bank mortgage transactions of that time to 1837, 1838 to 1837 was King William IV legislated that act into commercial international law with this flag that took us around the world, free passage through the world, and trading. That's the only trading bank commercial lien mortgage flag in the world. With the King George Red Cross, it's got a black strip around the Red Cross on the small one in the corner on the left hand side. That is the black Satan keeping that out from us. So that's the protectorate from the British military, and Secretary of State Philip Hammond is responsible through this flag to us, King William's partner in trade banking. So we are the creditor. I'm talking here as the creditor on default convictions of the Crown Corporation's businesses. That includes iwi here in New Zealand, who are fraud all the way through. We're going to do 61 Cook Street, Matt. That land title, we're going to seize that land, and the police stopped it. Aaron Pascoe, the policeman, he didn't actually stop me physically, but he did by uttering that it was a bad idea to go and issue new tenancy agreements to the people who are renting the land from Simon Roundtree and James Brown. Those two have bought a bad title, no different from England. The title's there on the land. We're going there to do the Westminster land and of King William, the German side, back to the Scottish Wales side of title. You've got Irish in there with King Foley, Geoffrey Foley from back to 1100. You've got a claim, Matt Taylor. I acknowledge that, and I have the duty of a responsibility of a king bench, King's Royal Revenue, King of the Sea, King, everything king, to speak for the king while he's not there. One of you have got to be a king, you or Foley or Hallett, Greg Hallett. I acknowledge their side of the royalty to the Portuguese. Manuel, they've got those families on our land blocks at the East Cape. So those came here and settled on our land, right? I'm just identifying the native side of only those time periods that it was legal. Anything else before 1830 is out. The 1840 treaty here is the Queen and John Key's government in Wellington. They've got no more flag. Now that Scotland's going to take the flag and use their own flag, we've got Scottish flag there with Wales ready to go, and designed it. I've designed it for Foley's. So the more information I get from Matt Taylor, I'll put his one together as well to see how it fits on the lineage side of monarchy. For record's sake, on the record. Everything is on record now to the Queen. They're subjected to this ruling from the Court of Admiralty in London, the Fetter Lane, biggest court in the world. We're operating out of there, online. So we have a legal right and responsibility to that court because we are in business with the British government and the Navy. Sir George Zambaras, Rear Admiral, this video, you're watching it, then we are in business with you, the protectorate on the sea, King of the Sea. You're that part, not the Queen bench, not the Queen running rife with the Vatican, Pope Francis Julio Bergoglio, and now that you see that the leader of the Jesuit generals, Adolfo Nicolas Pachon, the Black Pope, is resigning. You see, he's caught out, and everything going on in the state church is coming to a head. And they should not get dirty and spray the skies and do all the poisonous things. Monsanto is going to go out with this Admiralty court-martial order that we put together here in New Zealand. Have the right over the top of anybody violating that order, and you'll see the declaration of treason, declaration of war with a flag, this flag, on this side. Now you press the button and you're going to have a look. That's real. That is a state of emergency, a threat against any nation state. That includes the sovereign people not the sovereignty of the Queen, who is in doubt now with John Key here. He's running around going to Obama. You can forget about that, because when I cancel the Admiralty of United States, that's the end of him. He will not be able to legally use that flag, that he's got a braid around it, and that's maritime. That is not Admiralty. We have this flag here over the top of any other flag in the world, okay, from the King of England at that time. You forget about King James or anybody else before that time, when we're talking about banks, the money, the mortgage, and everything they derived using this to go around the world, because that's what it is. If anybody's using this flag and the seals that you see here of King William IV, you're in trouble, because we are the contracted partner to the King and the flag. We haven't said anything yet until now. We are talking now forcing the King's order, okay? Forcing the King's order in that court. Every right to step in that court, step into Westminster. Jamie and I, Patrick Stewart, Ngatai, will be coming with Jeff Foley to England to go straight into Westminster to challenge the Queen's title with these titles, right? They have to deny or refute these titles. You've only got 21 days, when I announce it next week, you've only got 21 days to refute it. No more sucking mouths, because you'll see the Queen's head and her wanted in the box, the dock box. That's a dock box just as good as a real court, online, because it's got more people watching it at a time. And if you're good enough to want to join the jury, then push the like button, and or push a button that will suggest that anybody who agrees with us is part of that legacy of witnessing what we are doing as justice this way. All right? Justice in the public eye, and justice to the world, of doing cases this way in front of you all to witness. So I just wanted to let you, Matt, just acknowledge your reply to join me as a friend for the first time, although we've been chatting before. Now it's real. Everything I'm doing now is real, including your claim to the Challenge the Monarchy title. So it's all up for grabs. Unfortunately, I can't be a king. I won't be a king. Jamie won't be a queen. To make that announcement quite clear to people in the world, Pacific. We're here as natives on this side. We've got white in us. We've got Irish and Scottish in us, and Tahitian and Rarotongan. That's me. Right? I've got more of white in me in one side, and more of Tahitian on the other. More Tahitian on the father's side. So the monarch side of our native title, which I go under as Wanoa, is male line dominant. Okay, British is male line dominant. They are playing around with it. They cannot. The Queen cannot play around with king stuff. She cannot change the original ascending of kings to queens to kings to queens. They're all melted down. Those seals are melted down, except King William the Fourth seal, that round one you see with him on a horse and the ship, like a coin, and his head on these documents authenticates these documents as legal title, okay, to speak. Straight from him, 50 years, he put this act together of Admiralty. He did this to get around the world, to get you people from Britain and Europe around the world to America, and it goes across every other one. This is, I'm talking about money and gold and everything else they're trading with through the Queen's head as the monarch sovereign, okay? Sovereign for everybody. We're going back to be sovereign of ourselves, right? King of ourselves. We'll have a king in there, but that's a king for there. to replace the King William. Okay, change of to live king. Okay, so that's for document's sake. That's for legalizing to keep the monarchy running. Okay, and won't kill it dead and go to China or somewhere else where it's different. We're sticking with the monarchy king. Okay, that's us. The Moai natives of Tahiti in New Zealand, I speak for them, are staying with the king. And you'll see the indigenous treaty agreement here with the chiefs signing it in Samoa, Tonga and Vanuatu. That's more authentic than John Key going and visiting with Shane Jones over there now, sitting amongst them, and that's their business. That is their business. We've got our own business here in New Zealand. We go across them with this order. Now, I'm going to go and see the police, or I'll send Paul in, the sheriff, marshal, sorry, in to take these documents for them to refute. 72 hours. They have already had a long time, now 5 years, to refute it. That's for this property they sold to James Brown. You'll have to get your money back, James Brown and Simon Roundtree, from Lien's, Land Information New Zealand, from the lawyers who transferred the title over from Jamie Peters, right? He went bankrupt, right? To you, right? Through the bank. I stopped them in 2009. They went ahead. I told them, don't sell it. Baileys, you're in trouble, right? Because you sold it. Okay, so you're going to bill, all of you people get a bill. Okay, levy, king, right? Admiralty, over the top of maritime law. The same with the owners of the motel at Lotton Point. Okay, those two. So they'll get their money back. What they really wanted for that property was 1 million or something like that. Then the Lien's and the registrar, the land registrar, has to compensate them and pay them what they want, only if it goes through here. So we're taking all that and making sure that they get their money from the lawyer who sold it to them from somebody else. Okay, that's still our hapu land, right? It's under the Uetaha chief, that's my own family chief, up on the hill of Mokonui. Okay, Mokonui to Rapanui. You see, you hear the names? Mokonui, that's the big face. Moko face, that's what Desmond's got. He's got the face, right, with the cartridge on. That's Moko. That means over the land. Okay, face over the land. And Rapanui, which is big shine. That's the sun. Right? Midday sun, right? Midday sun, 12 o'clock. Te Pito over there on East Island. Te Pito at the East Cape, 6 o'clock in the morning. And Kingdom of Ghana, 12 o'clock. London, London, 6 p.m. Ghana, 6 p.m. Same time, right? And Kingdom of Ghana and Accra, right? Where my friend is over there, Linda. Okay, so that's 6 p.m. midday on East Island, and 6 a.m. on Te Pito. Te Pito, Earth of New Zealand, at my land block, my ancestral land blocks we're going back to develop. And 6 p.m. Ghana, midday, the sun is right up the middle on East Island. So these are graphic survey marks on our titles, you'll see here. Right? That's better than the Vatican claiming the pyramid they stole from Africa, the Nubian feet. You'll have a look, you'll see the title of my feet, like that, right? To Nubian, African. Okay, Sudanese. Their feet are the same as mine, and the blood will be the same as mine as Rapa Nui. Right? That guy's me and Jamie are going there. We're going to actually plug a thing into them and put the blood over there, right in front of you on the camera. And to Sudan and to Nubia, to those pyramids. The pyramid, right? That's the power house you see on the Moai flag. and the obelisk is the sun god Ra. You see, it's sitting in Rome, in the middle of the city of Rome, Vatican. Stolen, right? Stolen. There's one in London. The Queen stole that one, right? Thieves, and stole the Moai statues over there as well. You see, Brussels, they got a statue of my own Tahitian memorial built for me and my people. Okay, so why did they steal it? For his brains, right? For the earth that is made out of. The earth is not from there; it's from Rapa Nui. Okay, the earth, the one in France. See, those big fellows went out on the boat with this Admiralty, this flag, right? They used this flag's authority. They were going to take it off them. When we take it off them, they got nothing, right? Their maritime law is subject to this Admiralty law. Have a look at the Act, people, and check that that's right. What I'm saying about the Act of Court of Session, 1830 Act. King William, right? 50 years in the Navy, and he put it together to get the Bank of England to make a title. So the Scottish people put the titles together. See, when Scotland goes and becomes independent with their own sovereign state, you had it, right? Because they come with us, because King William IV got the regalia, right? Scottish regalia, and the Scottish people brains to put the titles and survey marks. They understand this sun I'm talking about, right? Not the one of the US dollar crashing with this stupid pyramid on it with an eye on it. That's just images of fake identity, and the dream of freedom is no freedom. They're the worst people with a gun in their hand, right? They shoot everybody with this Admiralty law. They are abusing the Admiralty law. The only way to stop all this racket, Gordon Maxwell, he's very good in telling everybody about all the racket. It's like playing tennis. The only way, people, to get rid of it is to take the power of Admiralty off them. Okay? That's what we're going to do. We have this flag to hoist it because it's not being used yet. Yeah? It's been put away by this government in Wellington. Put it away and don't tell nobody. The British are responsible. They're liable for letting them run rife and letting all the other Commonwealth countries around the world run rife with Admiralty law, okay, and maritime, subject to this, okay, transferred to this. That's why I'll tell you a true story for the first time, that we are exercising our right to use Admiralty law with a new king. Okay, we're going to get a new king. Okay? Jeff Foley put his name up. Matt Taylor, he put his name up. Well, we just put it on record. Right? Everything you see there is going to be stuck there to Facebook. Nobody wants to touch it because it's taboo. Yeah, you got stamps all over it. Right? You got king stamps all over it. Three kings and a pot, and we've got 6 pawns over here. Got the brains to back this up, and we got, thank goodness, we got Matt, 1 pawn over there. Right? 7 pawns behind this, putting this right. Okay, that's the only way, people. You are the one that take your sovereignty back, the control out of their hands by pushing the button for this court, right? Same court over there. We don't have to go and invent police and judges or anybody. We just make it up as we go along and tell people what we do, and we control what we do, right? If we do that, it costs nothing. Right? So far, it costs nothing. That's all. Just my word against yours. That's what this is. Affidavit. My word against yours. If you can't do anything, it becomes law. Right? Maxims of law is that nobody is going to deny it's the truth. Right? God's truth. That's what God. That's what the Moai is there for. He's God's face, stuck right up to his neck in the earth, buried deep. The only one that looks like that is there for a reason. He's been built for, everything been built for a reason. The pyramid's been built for power, making power, right? There's nothing new. We're going to make things float around and fly around quickly, very soon. As soon as we get a bit of money, we're off. Because you haven't seen nothing yet from our native people out here in the Pacific. They haven't had a chance to show you how they do things. And we've seen everything, how it works. It's already been invented, spaceships flying around. It wouldn't take much to make one of those. So we've got some project going at the present time in Australia. I'm not going to say much about it. But there's a ship as well. And so that'll be going flying around the place before long. I'm just waiting for a phone call or Skype. And away we go. So we're going to set up this site, especially for you to watch this play out in real life form from just me and Jamie running the show. And it's got everything political in it, industrial in it, power in it, just about everything. Everything, just click it around. So our Moai Crown Sovereign Federal State Government is going to be made up from people from 250 countries, not from just here. We're going to take it from people who are following us. There's over 2,200 people following us on Facebook. We've got over about 3,000 on Twitter, okay? And a few more around the place. But they are all watching this thing take a long time. Right? It's taken, what, 13, 14 years to get this far, just planning. Okay, so we're about ready to go. You'll see all it come out on this site, on Facebook. Facebook, we're on there because it's admissible. All those photos are admissible in the High Court of Admiralty in London. So whatever we put on site is real, right? We can cite any of those, not the UCC. We'll not use UCC. Law is corrupted to hell. Everything that they touch is corrupted on the Queen's side, on that side. We're on the King's side on this side, right? They cannot get rid of the King. We can get rid of Queens, but they can't get rid of Kings, right? Because of the lineage of succession from King to Queen to King to Queen. The Queen cannot get rid of them because there'll be nothing of her and her legacy. It's looking like bad, corrupted fraud on her side. So we're going to put her in the box in real and come across with you, Matt. We'll arrest her. We've got the HRH Prince Regent Jeffrey Ross Foley. He has his magistrate, constable. He's a constable magistrate. We use that authority that he has on our documents. You'll see it there. So at least he's got things in place. They're all in place in Westminster. We're already going to put them in. So if you've got something there, Matt, that I can see, then have a look at it, and you have every right to do the same thing as Foley. But I think he's ahead by points at the present time, only because he's talking to me, and we're putting economic things together, not just a king. He's more than a king. He's things spinning around the place and flying around the place. So we're banding our ideas together. He's a bit of an Aussie. So, but he's going back home. He's going back home, back to England, back to Wales, the Wales and the Scotties. They're the ones that's their land. Edinburgh, England, and the other one, another one there, Cornwall, whatever. But 3 of those places are his titles that you see on there. And I'm going to sort this title, one title, bang, the whole lot right to the well. Okay? One title, down she goes. Alright, because it's the same Queen they're swearing to here in oath. Now, they're not swearing to the Queen anymore here. They're swearing to something else. If they're swearing to someone else, other than that's inferior to, we're swearing to the King. Okay? We're swearing to the King of England. Right? We're swearing to the Moai and the King. 2 of those titles, memorials, right? 2 solid memorials that we are linked to that era of time where he put all the mortgages together. Okay? Not anybody else put the mortgage together. They might have carried gold, spices, all those things as well, but it didn't add up to what you see on the land today in other people's lands as equity and wealth and all the things they've taken and stolen out of the place using and abusing the Admiralty law to ship things, right? Everything shipped from the birth of the wharf to the birth certificates, everything birth, put their ship on the land. We've got the authority to go and burn that ship, okay? and use the internet for all our court hearings, instead of going in the building there and waiting for the doors to open and sit around mucking around all day, waiting for a judge to come out and hoping to hang he's going to rule for you. Well, we don't have any comeback. We don't have any comeback. You're either right or you're dead wrong. Right? One or the other. You can't be going away to have another geese and come back like how they do courts and make money from rolling it over and over and over and over. Okay? So no more of that, and I think that's about all I need to say. I just wanted to have a little short video just to back the other ones up of what we're in Matariki period of time now, and the stars and the universe here, right? Spiritual time. Just want to let Jamie know she's following that all through at a time like this when change is imminent. And that's what we're going through, out with the old, in with the new, right? We're going to renew our direction this way, right? Back to kings, throw the queens and all the rest of it, and the 300 royal families, you get the bill. The whole lot of you, all you 4 million people in New Zealand get the bill, except the ones who are following us. Right? That's how it works. You know? Mortgage over there, credit over here. Right? Credit, debt. Right? Debt, stay debt. Right? The iwis, you're in debt. Right? Because you're assisting the Queen and to do her dirty deeds. Right? And screw everybody. So you're when your name comes in this box, it's just like the Rolls building in London is here. Right? We're using their name. They have every right to have a slice of this because we're partners. Okay? Just to make it quite clear to Judge Mackey, David Lindsay Mackey in London, that we're using your court online, and you have every right to settle the account. When I go there with our little executive, which is only just me and Jamie, just nobody else. You don't need anybody else to go and talk about that and about everything going on with the Admiralty. So, and she's just learning from 8 months to this far ahead and know quite a bit, right? Just like that, only because she listens, right? But we're going there to square the accounts, right? Settle accounts of that Queen and that business, what they did wrong. When you commit a fraud in this, you get shot or hung or electrocuted. One or the other, right? One or the other. That's how Admiralty works. In the extreme of cases, if you steal, you're liable in that court, right? Hanging on the wharf. Okay, so we're going to fix that up with the what they've got out of it, and it's the British who has to, the government I'm talking about, not the Crown. The Crown is the corporations, the City of London, Vatican, Buckingham Palace. Those are private companies, right? Everything's been run by these private companies in the world, and these few people, all the people in that elite club, and the Bilderbergs, and the Illuminatis, you get a bill. You get a bill, 1141 million trillion US dollars convert to 970 million trillion pound notes, right? We're going back to pound notes. Well, our currency is pound notes. So you get the bill, each and every one we come across. Knock them out one by one. John Key, you're up. Shane Jones, you're up. I'm just telling you, in public here, in front of the whole world, watching. They're watching this court hearing. Your name is in the box. What do you do? Nothing. You did nothing to try and get it off. Now I see in London, the Queen, they've got to legislate an act. This is how bad David Cameron is. They legislated an act in a hurry to convict anybody who's saying bad things about the Queen. Huh? Saying bad things about the Queen. And that just tells you they got something to hide. When people are complaining, they've got a right to complain about the Queen or anybody that put them there. Right? They put them there in the Parliament, and that's what they do. You just keep voting them back in again. Same here. Well, that's about to change. That is about to change when we get control back to the people. Only a few of us. Those people that are following us, very good. They know. They have a look, read the thing. Take a long time to get through this lot. It takes a lot to get right around the people. We've got to put a 21-day notice to the people in New Zealand
that you'll have one more chance to come on this side with us, with the king, or stay there and get the bill, right? You're going to get the bill, and the people coming back with us will recover the birth certificates, the credit instruments that they're using in the Admiralty law. We'll sting the banks, okay? Everything they've done to use those instruments they're using. If they can't prove the superiority of this order from the king, okay? I'm here speaking for the king. King of England, right? Who's going to say so not to? Who's going to say, no, don't use that court? What are you doing putting that on there? You see? So that hasn't happened. It tells you something. It tells you something. It gives you confidence that we are who we are, a legal entity, to speak like that. Right? We're speaking, we can't get a foot wrong, because we are liable as well. Don't forget, we are liable for anything we say that's not right. Right? You're going to be spot on. Spot on. And if I'm wrong, or anybody in this side, then you're liable to get the bill. The same amount as what you're trying to get out of them. So everyone will have a bill on it. Right? That Cook Street property, we intend hanging it. And a note to the police, at the end of the 21 day, the end of the 72 hours, 3 days, they've already had 5 years. So at the end of 72 hours, three days, we go back to the police. If they haven't refuted it, the owners have a chance to refute it, they won't get anywhere past this maritime law. The maritime law will have to get past this law on this site, that they've got to refute this. The government can't do it. These people who got the title here can't do it, because that's a bad title. I can tell you all about it. You can see and read it all on site here. You can see how they did it. Right? Everything's there. Everything is documented all the way through, signed. Had the meeting with the Hapu up to Waitangi with the chiefs on Waitangi, signed the thing, all signed, and signed from the chiefs themselves. They're dead now. Right? Meti Tarawa and Mohi Manukau and Dawihongi. Those people are gone now. Hare o Te Tonga. You know, I can rattle them off, because I was with them all the way back. Okay? I've been with them. I know them back to the front. And now we only got Kingi Taurua and Papahehe and a few others. They're just going like flies. They can't get over the period of time has gone past, and they still haven't been gone ahead from way back. Right? It's all gone to the other side, and they've capitalised on the vulnerability of these indigenous people around the world. Now the indigenous side of, I'll just put documents on there from Amato Akarana Rewi. Okay? He's chief. He's chief here. He's mixed up with the Wanoa too, and he's done a lot of work. He's very good with his high court, okay, and his flag here. Okay, so they've got a right to do. It's not legal yet. I'm going to London to actually legalise, right, to make it really effective. Once it becomes legal and everybody's flying the thing, bang, off it goes. There's an international flag, people. It's not just the home flag, like the Maori Party and the Mana Party and the flag that's going out of existence, the Union Jack flag going out of existence because they don't want it anymore. They say, oh, no good, right? No good. Ooh, better get another one. Don't try it first, see if that works. Ah, oh, use Kiwi. Oh, no, he can't fly. Oh, well, better use something. Alright, see? And the flag here, looking at them. And they're going around it, even over the shore. You'll see a photo there of the woman. She put it up in public, out in the open on the street, right, in the public, right there. And the council, this is Auckland Council, North Shore Council in New Zealand, Auckland, said, no, you can't do that. No, take it away. And she put it in the gallery, the art gallery of the shore, right? King William's property, right? Devonport here, Devonport in England. That's how they got here. Those people shut their mouths. New Plymouth, right here, Plymouth. King William's estate. That's where we're going there. I'm going there to grab his estate, right? And sleep in the place, right? Because that's his estate here, and that's how they got here on this war flag, declaration war flag, to shoot anybody who tries to stop them from coming here, from England, right? There to here, not here to there to here. Now we're going from here to there, right? We're going to go backwards and find who's running the record. King William was very good father, He wasn't like those treasonous murderers that are killing kids and burying them in the churchyards. Look at that. That's those people. Right? Jeff Foley's a very nice fellow. He's a very good king. Matt Taylor, he might be a very good king too. A bit younger than Jeff. But as long as there's a king, I don't care which one. Right? White one, that's all right. Right? As long as they get to talk to us and trade. Right? That's what this flag is, a trading flag. Right? Go back, keep going, but change the leaders. Right? Boot them out and take the control back to the people. Okay? They can be their own sovereign and use that instrument the same way as they're using it. You'll be surprised how much money they're making out of you. We're going to recover all that. We're going to salvage it with the Salvaging Act. Okay? No problem, because we're full of acts. And they're actors. Okay, that's enough. So I'll just get on with it and finish a few things off for the boys on Monday. Hopefully they'll go and take the warrant, otherwise I've got to go and do it myself. I want them to do it themselves. Right? I'll go there, I'll scare a whole lot of them because they don't like getting married. Okay? He's dangerous. I'm not dangerous. The document's dangerous, not me. So all you people, it's Matariki Day in New Zealand, in the Pacific. That means the stars are lined up and renew the spirits of what's gone wrong and usher in the new. Alright, it's there. I can't say much more about it because you can go and see it on Google and I can put any interpretation on it. But all it means is a cleansing, awakening, spiritual, peace, harmony, and love, and all those nice things that we're going out with Jamie to share. She's one of those who have come with me because she says, I need protection. I said, I can protect myself, thank you very much. And she says, no, you need protecting. I went to Malaysia and got ripped off by these guys in London. That's why I'm behind. We should have been way ahead. The lawyer and the banker. I've learned how to do lawyers after that, and banking don't need the banker and the lawyer anymore. You can do it with a mobile phone. Everything on a mobile phone now on this site. When I ran out of time because it's not enough of me. I have to clone myself so I can get a lot of work done. So it's too much. Right? It's too much. But anyway, we're getting people to take over. I've got a couple of palms will take over the shares and take over the, because shares are just standing there in Scotland. We've got 1 billion shares sitting there. They'll take off as soon as we get a little bang into things, and it'll just fire up, right? And the shares go 1 billion shares October 30th from 30th of April. They expire 6 months in each of the 250 countries. So that'll set the economy off with the tidal turbine bridges, and they'll be stretched around the world. We're hoping to build the first one in Scotland, or Dover in England, Calais in North France, the bridge, the tunnel going under the sea, in that area, but and also at the East Cape of North Island, New Zealand, in the Kermadec Trench, Ranfurly Bank along there, and so we'll set that whole place on fire. Rangitukia, the boys there, Tamati Reed, get ready, right? And soon Nakora keep ringing me up in Gisborne all the time, but that's fine. She's all ready to go to UN, to the World Court, take her complaints in the Maori side. So you can have a Maori government, that's all right, but we've got a federal Moai government. Okay, so it's a tier on top of that, and it takes over the whole world. I here to push the New World Order out of the way, because we can strip the Admiralty off them. We're going to strip it off them with these instruments, okay? With these instruments, we'll strip them. Matt, I'll come there, that's our job, right? That's our job. You'll find your way quicker, this way. More direct and no pussyfooting around with